My original plan was to see The Lodge, but unfortunately, due to my local theater not playing it, I decided to see this instead, and I later regretted that decision.
Louis, Mommy, I love you. Jude?
Brahms, The Boy 2.
So Brahms the Boy 2 is a sequel to 2016's The Boy because if you guys ask me, The Boy is a horror film that we definitely needed a sequel to. But anyways, in Brahms the Boy 2, we follow a family, and after a pretty traumatizing event in their lives, they decide to take a vacation to the countryside. However, whilst on vacation in the countryside, the little boy the family named Jude finds the doll from the original film, and when he spends some time with this doll, he develops a particular bond. And after Jude develops this bond with the doll, as you guys could probably imagine out there, things start happening. Alright guys, so let's get into Brahms the Boy 2. The only redeemable factor about Brahms the Boy 2 were the performances, because honest to God, the performances were actually quite good. I mean, Katie Holmes, if you ask me, brought the best performance of the entire film. The little boy that plays Jude gives a fairly creepy performance, and I honestly would like to see more from this kid because he gave a performance in this movie that he can play such a nice kid at one moment, but then on the dime he just looks so creepy, and I just thought, oh God. Jeez. Ralph Ineson from The Witch is very good in this movie. The husband is also very good in this movie. All the performances in this movie, well, minus one really, are particularly good. Otherwise, alright, here we go. Now, before I go on and talk about everything else when it comes to this movie, I just want to let you all know that if you haven't seen my review of 2016's The Boy, it was a movie that I actually quite liked. Was 2016's The Boy a particularly great horror film? No, but, and I'm pretty sure I'm paraphrasing this, I did mention in that review that even though The Boy came out in January, it was a horror film in January, and plus the fact that it was directed by the same guy that brought us The Devil Inside, it was a film that I actually thought was quite solid. So as you all could probably imagine, when I saw a movie, I don't know what movie it was, but when I sat down and saw the trailers, and when I saw a particular trailer for a movie called Brahms the Boy 2, I immediately thought, why? And after seeing Brahms the Boy 2, that was pretty much my reaction because, why was this film made? The sad thing is I can answer that question too, because when I looked at the box office for the original Boy, I saw that the Boy was made for, I believe, about 10 million. It was either less or just above 10 million. And the box office gross of the film was about 60 million, give or take. So given that the film made a lot of money, of course, you can imagine there's gonna be a sequel, even though, given the ending, this should have never been a sequel, to which I will say for you guys right now in case if you have not seen The Boy. So, spoiler alert. So if you guys have not seen the original film The Boy, what I liked about the original film is that even though the story and the scares and the plot twists especially have been done before, the execution of that story, scares, the twist, they brought a refreshingly realistic take to the storyline. It turned out that the doll was not possessed, and in fact what was going on instead was that people thought that whenever the doll was moving on its own, what was actually going on was that there was actually a full-grown man living within the walls of the house, and every time that the person was not in a room with the doll, the full-grown man would take the doll to a different room to give the illusion that the doll was possessed. And even though this plot twist has been done before, the way how they did it near the end I thought was actually pretty realistic, and it was really well done. So as you all could probably imagine, due to how the plot twist unfolded and how the movie ended, there was no way that there was ever going to be a sequel to this movie. Well, I guess we were all wrong. I didn't love the original Boy. I thought it was a fine, in fact, it was a pretty solid horror film for a January film. This is definitely a horror film that should have come out in the first week of January along with The Grudge. Because not only is the script of this film so horribly written, to which I will get into later, but in terms of the horror, the scares of this movie, there is not a single part of this movie that scared me at all. I literally saw every scare coming from a mile away, to which, example, how a camera moves down, you see a silhouette moving, and especially the jump scares. Oh my god, the jump scares this movie were fucking obnoxious. I mean, I will say this, when it came to the scares, in the beginning there is one particular set piece and I thought, okay, this could play out interestingly, but how it ended was just so stupid. I mean, if you guys have seen it, you will know what I'm talking about, but how it played out, I just thought, okay, this could, oh, they went that way instead. Great. And the other thing is too, and it dawned upon me while I was watching this film, now I don't know if you guys have heard the legend of Rubber the Doll. Now the story of Rubber the Doll is a really interesting one in which a little kid gets the doll and essentially every time a bad thing happened, the kid would always blame it on the doll, to which is exactly what happened in this movie. And I just thought, oh my god, they adapted Rubber the Doll. And it sucks! I don't know if it was just me that noticed this, but the connection was clear to me at least. To add on top of the predictable scares, the entire movie itself was predictable as well, minus the plot twist, which I will get to a little bit. But in terms of predictability, you can see where this movie is going from a mile away, in particular a part where this family's close relatives come by, and since this kid of the family is kind of a dick, you can see where the scene is going, especially when the doll is brought. I mean, just come on. I mean, seriously, it feels like they weren't even remotely trying. It just feels like they did this movie just for the paycheck alone, and once again explains because the first movie made so much money, just, oh my god. And the worst thing I could say about Brahms the Boy 2 before I get on to the ending, to which, trust me, I need to talk about the ending because the ending just infuriated me so much. Brahms the Boy 2 easily should have been released as a straight-to-DVD movie, but the only reason why it got released, because the first made so much money. Once again, I say that. And now we get back to the thing that just infuriated me and made me think, just why? And that was the ending, to which, spoiler alert, because I'm about to spoil the ending because I don't want you guys to spend your time nor your money on this thing, so here we go. Now I know what you guys are probably asking, what did the ending and the plot twist do that infuriated you so much? Well, let me tell you guys, what the plot twist, the ending do, it pretty much undid everything about the original film. So how did the doll move from room to room? Well, apparently it wasn't a full-grown man. Instead, it was actually him being possessed the whole time. Why would you have given the first film that plot twist then if you're just gonna do that? No, I know why. It was money. When I saw this plot twist unfolding in front of me, I literally just thought, fucking really? And you want to know the thing that's even worse, especially when it comes to the ending? The ending sets up a sequel. No. So overall, Brahms the Boy 2 completely undoes everything that made the original The Boy a solid film for me. And yes, while I will say that even though the performances were the only redeemable factor about this film, Brahms the Boy 2 should have either been released in January like the garbage it is, or it should have been released as a straight-to-DVD sequel. So all in all, I'm going to give Brahms the Boy 2 a 0.25 out of 5 stars. The only reason why it doesn't get a 0 is because I like the performances, but otherwise, guys, avoid this movie. Alright guys, so comment down and let me know below. Have you guys seen Brahms the Boy 2? Again, don't waste your time. But if you guys did see it, what'd you think? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat and Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. Also guys, don't forget that Year 5 of the Next Generation Film Awards are happening on April 10th. And if you have not voted for Best Picture, go to the link in the description below. It'll take you to a poll to hopefully vote for your favorite movie to win. The poll will be up until March 15th, I believe. So good luck on your favorite film to win. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Brahms the Boy 2. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new video of mine goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 reviews, please click either right there or there. And of course, until my next video or review, I will see you all next time.